What's going on, you guys? Today we're learning the song This City. Now real quick before we get into it, I would like to ask that if you find this guitar tutorial helpful, that you please consider subscribing. That would really mean the world to me. Now let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. Starting with the intro of this song, we start with our index finger on the 7th fret of the A string. Our middle finger then is placed on the 7th fret of the B string. You play those two together. I like to use my thumb for the A string and my middle finger for the B string. Just pluck them together. Then with our pinky, we hit the 9th fret of the B string. Like that. And then I like to give it a little slap down on the A string with the side of my thumb there. Okay? Then right after that, we move our first finger up a string to the 7th fret of the low E, and we move our middle finger to the 8th fret of the G string to a B major third. Slap it again right after that. So. Okay? And so you do that just twice for the intro. So the intro will sound like this. Then you get into the verse. Now, the verse is going to be very similar. We're actually going to do that same exact thing 3 times. Then here we do like a second little section where this is the 4th line. We go down so that our 3rd finger is on the 4th fret of the low E string, and our pinky finger is on the 4th fret of the B. You play those two together with your thumb on the low E string and your middle finger on the B. Then you take your first finger down so that it's hitting the 2nd fret of the high E string. And I like to pick that with my middle finger there. And then right there we have an F sharp major third. To do an F sharp major third, we are going to put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the low E string and our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the G. You're going to pick the low E and the G together. Again, middle and thumb together. There, like that. And that's how you play the verse. Now let's talk about the chorus. The chorus introduces our first chords, the first of which is an E major chord. To play an E major chord, I'm going to place my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the D, and your first finger on the 1st fret of the G. Strum that down. And because we don't have a pick, I like to just use my fingernails for this. And then you just strike, like that. And then right here we go to a B major chord. There's 2 ways you can play a B major chord. Either of them will work for this context. The first of which is a little closer to the E major chord. You're going to place your index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then you're going to bar the 3rd finger across the 4th fret of the D, the G, and the B strings. That's a B major chord. Now, if you're having trouble with your 3rd finger barring there across the 4th fret, another option you have to play a B major chord is up here on the 7th fret, where you bar your index finger across all of the strings on the 7th fret, okay? Then your 3rd finger is going to be placed on the 9th fret of the A string, your pinky on the 9th fret of the D, and your middle finger on the 8th fret of the G, okay? Whatever's most comfortable for you, okay? So after that B major chord, we're then going to go down to a G sharp minor chord. To play a G sharp minor chord, we're going to bar across all of the strings on the 4th fret. Then we're going to place our 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the A string, and our pinky finger right below that on the 6th fret of the D. Okay? G sharp minor to then an F sharp major chord. To play an F sharp major chord, we're going to bar our first finger across all of the strings on the 2nd fret. Then we're going to place our 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the A string, our pinky finger on the 4th fret of the D, and our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the G. Okay? So we have an E major, B major. And you kind of have this like strum, slap kind of strumming pattern. Same thing between the G sharp minor and the F sharp major. Okay, that's how you play the chorus. Now, the only other part of the song that we have to talk about is the bridge. The bridge is going to be completely just thirds. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to put our first finger on the 6th fret of the A string, and either our middle or our third finger, I like to use my third finger, on the 7th fret of the B string. You pick those two together, slap, and then we're going to slide up so that our first finger is on the 7th fret of the A, and our third finger is on the 9th fret of the B. So you have this like, in exactly the same rhythm that you would do the chorus. Then we just slide this up 2 frets, so 1, 2, slap it, and then we're going up so that our first finger is on the 11th fret of the A string, and our third finger is going to be on the 12th fret of the B. Right? So you have this like... Do that with me. And that, my friends, is how you play This City. If you have a song request, comment it or DM me. If you wish to be notified of future videos, hit that bell. I sincerely hope that you are well. Please do me a favor and hit that like button blue. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe too. I hope this video has been a blessing. You've been watching Logan's Lessons.